Test. 3, test. Welcome to SuperDavedevYT channel. This is SuperDavedevYT. We are watching the Formula 1 French Grand Prix. I'm watching the live stream. It's a little bit delayed. Remember that compared to the live data comes directly from the source. So you might see that someone is in the lead, someone is not in the lead as I mentioned it. But however, I'm going to look at my live stream and it's about to start. Let's get this party started. Formula 1 race 2022 French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard is about to go green. And let's go. Here we go. So it's green light. Verstappen didn't get a very good start, to be honest. Lewis Hamilton is about to attack Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton actually passed Perez, bro. I think the Mercedes is just way better at starts. Their pull away is way better. But Perez is about to attack Lewis Hamilton. So even though Lewis Hamilton passed Perez pretty easily, now he has to defend Perez. And let's see if he can actually defend Perez. I think Perez is going to pass him easily, to be honest. So all of that hard work at the start was for nothing. Because his car is just nothing compared to the Ferraris and the Red Bulls. I must say, I thought I was going to miss the start when I started my stream. I thought I was going to miss it, but I didn't. Very happy. Okay, so Verstappen and Leclerc is already building a lead. There's a spin. Yuki Tsunoda. I believe that is the fifth or sixth corner he had a spin. That is Yuki Tsunoda spin at the 6th corner. No one crashed, luckily, which is good. I see so someone pushed Tsunoda. Someone pushed Yuki Tsunoda. Who's this? The Austin Martins are fighting each other. Dude, that is like, there's like no... So Austin Martins are in 10th and 11th, so it's basically Vettel versus Stroll because Stroll is the one defending off Vettel. Let's just look at the position quickly. Leclerc is in first, Verstappen is 1 second behind him, Hamilton is already 2 seconds behind, Perez is 3.1 seconds, Alonso 4 seconds in 5th, Russell in 6th, 7th Norris, Ricciardo in 8th. Okay, let's quickly see. I think we're looking at Ocon hitting Yuki Tsunoda, yeah. So Ocon hit Yuki Tsunoda. So Ocon might actually get a penalty for basically pushing off Yuki Tsunoda because he literally pushed off Yuki Tsunoda. There was no doubt about it. He pushed him off. Now, of course, it's not on purpose. Okay, let's just go back. So 7 Norris, Ricciardo 8, Ocon in 9th, Stroll in 10th, Vettel 11th, Albon 12th. Magnussen 13, Mick Schumacher 14, Gasly 13, Bottas in 16, 17. Okay, actually Carlos Sainz just passed Bottas for 16th. So Carlos Sainz is in 16th. Remember, Ferrari took a penalty with Carlos Sainz and he has to start at the back of the grid. Penalty for replacing his electronics in his car. So he got a penalty for that, and he had, even though he qualified, I think he qualified 2nd. second or fourth, I can't remember, but he got penalty because of the electronics that he had to replace in his car. So 17th Bottas, 18th Latifi, and Zhao, the Alfa Romeo driver, teammate for Bottas is Zhao, and 19th, and Yuki Tsunoda, unfortunately, 20th. So let's just go through it again quickly. First, Leclerc is in first, Verstappen 1 second behind, 1.2 seconds right now. So Verstappen is staying with Leclerc. Verstappen knows he has to stay with Leclerc. So let's see what will happen, because remember, Verstappen and Ferrari, Red Bull and Ferrari, Leclerc and Red Bull, there is a difference between the two teams when it comes to strategies. Ferrari's car is set up for more downforce, so they're able to take the corners faster. However, Red Bull's car is set up for more straight line speed, so less downforce, which means that Red Bull will ultimately have a faster car, especially in a straight line. Lewis Hamilton passed Perez. Perez was trying to squeeze Hamilton, but didn't. Oh no, that's Verstappen. Verstappen was trying to squeeze Hamilton actually, which is pretty good. He did it very well. Ultimately, Hamilton is already 3 seconds. Whoa, Verstappen is catching up to Leclerc. Verstappen is catching up to Leclerc pretty quickly right now. Pretty quickly. So before I follow them too closely, because I know Verstappen is going to make a move. Any second now, Verstappen might make a move, especially when the DRS is activated. So Leclerc is first, Verstappen second, Hamilton third, Perez is in fourth, Russell in fifth, Alonso sixth, Norris in seventh, Ricciardo eighth, Ocon in ninth, Stroll in 10th, Vettel 11th, Magnussen 12th, Albon in 13th place, Mick Schumacher 14th. So Albon passed Mick Schumacher, I believe, or Magnussen passed Albon. So let's see if Mick Schumacher can pass Albon for 13th place. So Mick Schumacher 14, Carlos Sainz 15. Carlos Sainz is chasing down. He went from 16 to 15, so he passed Gasly. So Carlos Sainz is now in 15. Remember, he's the second Ferrari. He will definitely not be slow. He will definitely... Oh, he's get 5 second penalty for Esteban Ocon for causing a collision with Yuki Tsunoda, which is fair. It's fair. Dude, Verstappen is going to pass Leclerc any second. So Carlos Sainz 15, Gasly 16, Bottas in 17, Latifi 18th. Latifi in 18th, Zhao in 19th, Yuki Tsunoda in 20th. So I'm just listening to the onboard radio. The race engineer for Verstappen is saying good pace, good pace, good pace. That's why I paused there for a second. So if you don't know this, Leclerc's Ferrari is set up in a completely different way. When they did the practice runs, so basically their racing trim, they simulated race pace, and the Ferrari weren't as good as the Red Bull. However, because of the setup of the Ferrari, they were able to get more pace through doing a downforce setup. But with that being said, having more downforce does not make you faster over a race distance, which is what we are trying to find out. We are trying to find out, will Leclerc be able to stay in front of Verstappen with an actual faster car? Verstappen's car is legitimately set up for speed. Leclerc's car is set up for downforce, to have more speed in the corners but less straight line speed. And remember, the downforce can also cause more pressure, more concentration on the tires. So there might be more pressure on the tires, which means that the Ferrari tires might actually wear out quicker than the Red Bulls. And remember, tires is a big thing. If Leclerc starts losing grip faster than Verstappen, then ultimately Leclerc is going to lose pace. Perez is about to pass Hamilton. He's lining Hamilton up. You've got Nico Rosberg on the line, commentating. Yeah, so Hamilton has already lost 4 seconds to the leader, already 4 seconds, and Perez just needs to pass him now. Lewis Hamilton will not stay in front of Perez unless Perez makes a mistake, which is possible. It's possible that there might even be some kind of reliability issues, because Red Bull's car is not bulletproof. We all know it's not bulletproof, so to wait and see what's going to happen there. I am going to have to leave in 5 minutes. I'm going to do a quick... I just need to quickly do something and run back. So about 2 to 3 minutes I'll run and come back again. Because unfortunately I've got some things I need to do. Just a quick thing. So about 2 minutes I'll have to leave and then run back to this to my setup. Dude, is that for... Oh, that's... Okay, that's Verstappen. Why is... Okay, so Verstappen is only catching me on the straight. Verstappen is only catching the Ferrari on the straights. Literally can only... Like, he's actually so much faster than that Ferrari on the straights. It's actually incredible how quickly. But the thing is, the Ferrari is so fast around the corners that it's insane how fast... It's such a completely different... Oh, Red Bull is about to pass... Verstappen is about to go on the outside, and this is the third last corner before the pit straight. Dude, Verstappen is already making moves, like legitimately. Hamilton is already 6 seconds behind the leader. 6 seconds, bro, behind Leclerc and Verstappen. Insane. So much slower. Dude, Perez just needs to pass Lewis. He's losing time. Okay, there's no way that Leclerc is going to hold on for 3 laps. There's no way. I just don't see it. Okay, he's gaining so much. Going left, going right. It's only at the corners that Leclerc has got an advantage, but when it comes to the straights, he's a sitting duck, dude. So basically, Leclerc is defending for his life while being way faster around the corners, and that means that it's a little bit difficult for Verstappen to get close enough to just make the pass on the straights, because the exit speed of the the Ferrari of Leclerc is just so much better. Okay, I think he might pass him here. I think Red Bull might actually pass. Dude, he's so much faster, bro. It's insane how much faster that Red Bull is than the Ferrari on a straight. But the thing is, only when he starts to catch up to Leclerc, it's already the next corner. So the straights aren't long enough for Verstappen to capitalize. But I'm sure he's going to capitalize at this. Yeah, here we go. So basically, I think it's the last sixth and seventh corner. No, that's not 6 and 7. That's like. I will find out which corners those are. So that is, let me look at my own map here. Okay, so it's corner 10 and 11. Corner 10 and 11 where Verstappen is going to make his move. Corner 10 and 11 is where Verstappen will make his move on Leclerc. And why do I say that? Because those are your flat out corners. You don't really have to... Track limit warning for Perez. Oh my goodness. Perez getting a track limit warning. Come on, Perez. You don't need to push that hard just to pass Hamilton. I just hope that they are not giving Perez a track limit warning just because they want Hamilton to get 3rd place, because that's ridiculous. I think Verstappen is trying to stay with him. He's trying to stay with him at the corners and trying to get behind him on this pit straight. I don't think the DRS should be activated, right? And now we are approaching the flat out corners. We are approaching the flat out corners. He's not that close this time. Not that close. Okay, so now we're going pit straight again. Okay, no, we're not pit straight. This is the second last corner. This is the last corner, and now we're at the pit straight. So pit straight is not long enough for look here. Verstappen is probably deciding where he wants to do it, how he wants to do it. That's the only thing holding back Verstappen at this point, because there's no way Leclerc is not going to get past. There's no way. Because not only that, you have to understand that only if Ferrari somehow knows how to make their tires last longer and take away... Dude, I'm choking on oxygen. I'm actually choking on oxygen here. What the hell, bro? Okay, so Russell is actually 1.8 seconds behind Perez. So if something happens between Perez and Hamilton, Russell is right there to take advantage. They are saying that Verstappen is struggling with his front tires. It's saying Verstappen is struggling with his front tires, but he's literally right behind. He's right behind Leclerc, so I wouldn't say that he's struggling. Not yet, anyways. It might just be a sign that he might be struggling more than Ferrari with the grip on the... Okay, so they're about to approach the pit straight again. Dude, I'm choking on oxygen. Pure oxygen. Okay, so pit straight and this. Now we're back on the pit straight. I think the best chance that Verstappen has is corner 10 and 11. He needs to use that straight before the corner 10 and 11, and then just he has to go onto the inside if he wants an easy pass on Leclerc. Inside of 10 and 11, and that is it, bro. So I'm just quickly going to go through. So Carlos Sainz is now up into 12th place. The pace is good. You are doing a good job. It doesn't feel that way, but okay. That's so Carlos Sainz doesn't feel like he doesn't feel like the car has got good pace, it seems. Which is interesting. He is up into 12th place. He is up into 12th place, about to pass Vettel, so... Come on, Perez. You can pass Hamilton, Perez. Perez can pass Hamilton. Why did he give up? Perez gave up on Hamilton. He's now 2 seconds behind Hamilton. He's driving a Red Bull and is giving up on Hamilton. That's insane. So rear grip. The Ferrari is struggling with rear grip, which is interesting because you need rear grip to be able to put your engine power down on the track. But I think that might more be with the tires, the tire degradation because of their downforce, heavy downforce setup compared to Red Bull. They're speaking to Günther Steiner. I don't really think he's going to have anything special, like anything significant to tell us. So everybody is on medium tires except the guys that pitted, which it seems to be Carlos Sainz. No, Carlos Sainz started with hard tires, has to be. Gasly has got on hard tires, Bottas is on hard tires, Latifi is medium tires, Yuki Tsunoda's medium tires, hard tires for Magnussen, hard tires for Mick Schumacher. So it seems that both horses have pitted. And then you also have Zhao that is also on hard tires. He's asking if there's a one-stop, if it's possible to do one stop on this track. Günther Steiner says he would have struggled badly, his team would have struggled badly if they tried to do a one-stop. Russell is starting to gain on Sergio Perez, bro. This is very odd. I don't understand why Perez gave up on chasing Hamilton. Like, do you really need to go off the... Do you really need track limits to get to Hamilton, bro? I think he decided to leave Hamilton because he didn't want to get any more, off track limits warnings, because then he would have been given a penalty. So let's just quickly do a position check. Leclerc is still in first. Verstappen still less than a second behind Leclerc. Verstappen is right there. I think Verstappen is now maybe deciding, and the team is maybe deciding that they're going to wait to see what Ferrari does with the pit strategy. And then we've got Hamilton right behind, not right behind them, but he's 6 seconds behind the two cars in front. And then you've got Perez 2 seconds behind Hamilton. Ferrari is saying plan B. Ferrari is asking Leclerc if he wants to do plan B, and Leclerc is just like, yeah, I guess. Like he's very unsure about Ferrari and their strategy, dude. Like you can see he's got some trust issues with Ferrari, that's for sure. When it comes to Ferrari strategy, he's got some trust issues, which, you know, I do not blame Leclerc, because Ferrari has actually let him down so many times with strategy. It's not even strange for him to sound so concerned when he hears Ferrari talking about plan B strategy, because it's like, yep, you know, I probably don't have a choice, because if you guys mess up another strategy for me, I'm just a sitting duck anyways. So yeah, so Russell is right behind Perez, 1.4 seconds behind, gaining on Perez actually, and he's in 5th. 6 is Alonso, 7 is Norris, Ocon is in 8th place, Ricard is in 9th, 10th is Stroll, 11th, so Carlos Sainz is now up into 11th place, and will probably pass Stroll very soon. Then you've got Vettel behind Carlos Sainz in 12th, Albon in 13th place, Gasly in 14th, Bottas in 15th, Latifi in 16th, Magnussen in 17th. I believe they just pitted, that's why they had Günther Steiner on, and Günther Steiner said they were looking to do one stop and then decided not to, so they pitted. So they're on hard tires. 17 is Magnussen, 18 is Mick Schumacher, Zhao is in 19th place, and Yuki Tsunoda is in 20th place, almost 9 seconds behind the Alfa Romeo driver of Zhao. So we're looking at Carlos Sainz about to pass Stroll. I think all that Carlos Sainz has to do is, you know, get close to them at the corners and then just pass him at the straights, because he literally has all the power he needs to just pass him at the straights. Plus, he's got a downforce setup, right? So his cornering should be a little bit faster than most of these back markers. I call them back markers, but remember, he's trying to go through them. So he just passed Stroll. He passed Stroll like Stroll was standing still, dude. Even if Stroll, so they're saying that Stroll might get a decent slipstream from Carlos Sainz, even though he does. Like, is he really going to keep Carlos Sainz behind him or repass Carlos Sainz? I doubt it, man. So Verstappen is still behind Leclerc. It doesn't seem like Verstappen is fully confident trying to pass Leclerc immediately, which is odd. Because I was almost willing to put money down betting the fact that Verstappen is going to try and pass Leclerc immediately, because it just looked like he was already he was almost passed on the 5th or 6th lap. He was almost past Leclerc as they were approaching corner 10 and 11. So he clearly knows where he can make a move if he really has to. He's 1.3 seconds behind Leclerc right now. It seems like it might be their wheels. So it seems that his front wheels are losing grip. He is losing confidence with his front wheel tires, as we mentioned before. Verstappen has got some degradation on his front wheels, and that seems to make him less confident in pushing any harder or pushing more or trying to pass Leclerc. I truly believe they're going to try and not do a physical pass because it seems too risky for them. So I think what Red Bull is going to do, it's too risky for them to pass Leclerc outright because of what could happen with the tire. So they don't want to push the car too hard. And they're ultimately going to test how bad Leclerc's Ferrari team is with strategy. I think that's what they are 100% relying on the fact that even if Ferrari might have a decent strategy, Red Bull strategy is going to be so much better that even Ferrari can't do anything about it. Even if for some reason they decided now their strategist actually decided to come to work and actually do their job. I think Red Bull strategists are so good that they can out strategize Ferrari almost even when Ferrari thinks that they have a good strategy. That's legitimately what I believe. So I believe this is going to be more a race of strategy. I think Red Bull is going to try and beat Leclerc strategy-wise. Dude, Verstappen's already dropping now. He's 1.7 seconds behind Leclerc. So he's dropping half a second this lap alone. Like he is right there. You can see him in the camera frame when Leclerc goes on the straights. He's right there behind Leclerc, but he's not as close as he was. That is just not the case. And I still don't understand why Perez can't attack Hamilton. Like, that makes no sense to me, dude. That makes no sense to me that Perez can't attack. Like, Perez doesn't need to use track limits. Just drive, use your car and drive around Hamilton. Like, you're driving a Red Bull, Perez. Come on, man. Stop driving. Stop using track limits to try and get past Hamilton. You are better than Hamilton. Like, I truly believe Perez is better than Hamilton. I do believe that. I can promise you Russell is better than Hamilton. No one will admit it because everybody is a Hamilton zombie. But Hamilton was very good when he was younger. Now today, if you have to put him against someone like Leclerc, if Leclerc and Hamilton has the same performance car, I promise you Hamilton will not be able to beat Leclerc. Because that's just how much Leclerc, you know, how much skill Leclerc is at his current stage of his career. It's just the way it is. Carlos Sainz on the radio. Ferrari buzzing at the moment. Okay, I just quickly need to do something. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Someone went into the pits. Verstappen's in the pits. Verstappen's in the pits. 2.4 second pit stop for Verstappen. 2.4 pit stop. 33 seconds. 34. 35 seconds in a pit. Dude, that's a long pit stop when you look at how long he was in the pit lane trying to go from in to out. His pit stop, like his tire change was very quick, 2.4 seconds, but the pit lane seems to be very long. So let's see, what will Leclerc do? What will Ferrari do now that Verstappen is pitted? Okay, so this is where we do, this is called the undercut, where Red Bull is now trying to pit sooner to try and somehow gain on the gap of Leclerc. So they're going to pit Verstappen, which they did, of course, and then they're going to try and get Verstappen to basically drive fast laps, basically qualifying laps to try and gain on Leclerc. So even if Leclerc pits, Verstappen should either be right next to him, right behind him, or maybe even in front of him. The cut means in front. So they're aiming to go in front of Leclerc when he pits. So let's see. We've got position check. Leclerc is in first. Hamilton is 10 seconds behind Leclerc in second. Perez is in third. He's 3 seconds behind Hamilton. Russell is still 1.5 seconds, 1.4 seconds behind Perez. They're showing a replay of Verstappen doing something. I think Lando Norris gave Verstappen a gap, dude. I think Lando Norris gave Verstappen that, because remember, he was racing Norris and Norris went wide, so I think Norris was giving him way to make it easy for him. He is not in, so Verstappen is asking his team to tell him exactly if Leclerc is in the pit or not. They're telling him you still need to piss, but he's not in the pit. So he's asking if Leclerc is in the pit. Leclerc is not in the pit, but he knows he has to push. Leclerc went into the wall. Leclerc drove into the wall. Leclerc drove into the wall. Leclerc drove into the wall, dude. Turn 11, he went into the wall. Oh my god, Leclerc. How did he lose it? Show us. Leclerc went into the wall, dude. At a fast corner. So the only reason why he probably lost it was because of the grip on his tires, probably. Hamilton went to the pits now because of, obviously the safety car is coming out. Yes, the safety car is coming out. Hamilton went into the pits. Perez went into the pits. Dude, if Verstappen just waited a little bit okay, actually no, it's fine. Because Verstappen Verstappen is going to be behind them. Damn, he is going to be behind them. Damn, so Hamilton is scoring massive. He doesn't deserve it, but once again, Hamilton is scoring undeserving position. Undeserving position, dude. Verstappen's first. Okay, good. So the pit stop did actually give Verstappen the opportunity to take the lead. I thought for sure he was not going to get the opportunity. Woo! Almost crashed into Albon. Albon and Carlos Sainz almost crashed, but it's because of the team allowing Carlos Sainz to have an unsafe release. They might actually get a penalty for that. So not only did Leclerc crash out of the race, but also I think Carlos Sainz might get a 5-second penalty for unsafe release in front of Alex Albon, actually. Oh my goodness. What did Leclerc do? How did he do that, dude? So they have successfully removed the car from the wall. It wasn't a massive crash, but unfortunately he couldn't continue. Okay, so now we're watching the replay. The blistering on the wheels. Okay, so we're seeing the okay, so now we're watching the replay. They're showing the blistering and now they're watching the replay. So it's a fast corner. Oh, the car was just the back. It was the rear. So basically his rear tires lost complete grip. Like he couldn't do anything. You could see he couldn't do anything. His rear tires just said, no fam, we're not sticking to the ground anymore. We're sliding off. So basically he's thinking his car is going forward, but his rear tires are trying to go, like swing from the left of him. Trying to overtake his front tires for no reason. There was no reason for him to lose. Another throttle pedal issue for Charles Leclerc. Another... Dude, he was so angry. He was so angry, dude. Leclerc was so angry. He was screaming, dude. Leclerc was so angry. He said it was a throttle pedal issue, the same as in Austria, where he had to manage his throttle, but it happened so quickly he didn't realize that it was a throttle pedal issue. And so that is why his rear tires kept going. His rear tires kept going because there was no way for his tires to, like the throttle was basically stuck. That's the best way for me to explain it, so I can understand it as well as anybody listening to me understanding exactly what happened there. So what happened was his throttle was basically stuck. So his acceleration of his tires kept going even though he was trying to slow down into the corner going right. Yeah, so Verstappen asked if Leclerc was okay, and he said no, he's definitely okay. Dude, Leclerc was so angry, dude. Leclerc was so angry. He screamed at the top of his lungs when he was like, you could hear him breathing loudly, like so frustrated. Oh my goodness, Leclerc. My goodness, Leclerc. It was an easy win, dude. It was an easy win. But unfortunately, his car just isn't fully, like, I don't understand why why throttle pedal would be. Why would he have a throttle pedal issue? That makes almost no sense, because it's not like Carlos Sainz is also talking about the same issue. It's just Leclerc talking about throttle pedal issues. Yeah, so Leclerc tried to go in reverse, but the problem was that his front wheels were completely off the ground, stuck in the barrier, so he couldn't reverse. Yeah, so basically he was heavy breathing because he was trying to put the car in reverse and trying to get out. And when he couldn't, then he screamed because he realized that his whole race is destroyed. Look here. Like, it's so hard for me to say that Leclerc does not deserve this. He clearly deserves it. The safety car is going to the pits, is now green flag. They're about to go racing. Now, keep in mind, Lewis Hamilton is right behind Verstappen. I don't think Lewis Hamilton can do much to Verstappen. Like, it's all about the car, man. Lewis Hamilton has won championships because of his car. If people don't realize that, then I'm sorry for them, man. And I'm not saying that isn't the case for most drivers anyways. But what I'm saying is that if Hamilton has an equal car, dead equal to Red Bull, dead equal to Ferrari, to Leclerc, I'm telling you now, Red Bull and Leclerc and Ferrari and Verstappen, they will all still be a little bit faster than Hamilton. But because Mercedes made the car around Hamilton and gave him the best possible car, Carlos Sainz just passed Lando Norris. He's now up into 6th place. So 6th place for Carlos Sainz. So Carlos Sainz might be the only Ferrari that can, do something today. It would be really nice if Carlos Sainz can actually pass Hamilton for 2nd place, because I don't understand why Hamilton always gets a free pass, man. It's always like always a Ferrari, a Red Bull is not in front, so now Hamilton gets 2nd, now Hamilton gets 3rd because a Red Bull and a Ferrari is not there. I'm not happy with that, man. I don't like it. Dude, I don't know, man. That's a sad situation because it makes this race so different now. It makes it fastest lap for Verstappen. So Carlos Sainz is about to pass Alonso. Fastest lap. Whoa. We are waiting to see what Charles Leclerc and Mattia Binotto is going to say because of the... It was so clear that his back, like he kept his helmet on. So I think Leclerc kept his helmet on because he probably cried, man. He probably cried, dude. I would cry, because that's complete frustration that your car is doing things it should not be doing. So Carlos Sainz is now already in 5th place, dude. Carlos Sainz is in 5th place. There's no reason for Carlos Sainz not to pass Russell and then also challenge Perez. But the fact that Perez isn't challenging Hamilton also frustrates me. So let's just do position check. Verstappen is in 1st, Hamilton's in 2nd, Perez is in 3rd, Russell is in 4th, Carlos Sainz is in 5th, Alonso is in 6th, Norris is in 7th, Ricard is in 8th, Alonso is in 9th, Stroll is in 10th, Albon is 11th, Gasly in 12th, Vettel in 13, 14 is Bottas, 15 is Latifi, 16 Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen just made a mistake, so I think he might actually be last position now. So 17th, probably 16th is Zhao. Mick Schumacher is probably now in 17th. Yuki Tsunoda's out of the race. Why is Yuki? So they decided to basically what do you call it, when they decided to retire Yuki Tsunoda from the race. So Magnussen is still 16, so it means that he must have crashed. I mean, he must have lost more positions, but he's still in front of Mick Schumacher, which is so interesting. Why is Mick Schumacher is 10 seconds behind Magnussen, even though Magnussen may have made a mistake? That is fascinating, dude. Watching a replay of Zhao making a mistake, probably. Oh, it wasn't Magnussen. It wasn't Magnussen. It was Mick Schumacher. So will they penalize Zhao? I don't. They see, to keep it consistent, they probably will penalize Zhao, because Zhao touched Mick Schumacher. So I kept thinking it was Magnussen, because I heard them say Magnussen, but no, it wasn't Magnussen, it was Mick Schumacher. So Mick Schumacher was the car that was off the track, but he was pushed off by Zhao. Zhao pushed Mick Schumacher, not on purpose. We could all see that he lost his rear. Dude, but the way he hit Mick Schumacher was kind of bad. Carlos Sainz? What? Investigation between Carlos Sainz and what? Lando Norris? I mean, oh, that is a penalty. 5-second penalty time. I knew it. I knew there was going to be a penalty for Carlos Sainz because of what happened in the pit lane. I knew that, man. I knew they were going to penalize him, because that was an unsafe release. Anybody with eyes could see that was unsafe release, what Ferrari did. And the fact that they kept him that long is so stupid anyways. They should have just let him go. But they weren't able to complete his pit stop fast enough. So they're showing what happened. So you see there, he should have gone, but no, they kept him, they kept him, they kept him, they kept him. They kept him, they kept him, they kept him, they kept him, and then he went. And that's... Dude, he touched Albon's car, bro. He actually touched Albon's car. Yeah, so they are showing that mechanics from the McLaren garage, right opposite from the Ferrari garage, moved their equipment and moved out of the way just in time when Albon and Carlos Sainz touched each other. Incident between Mick Schumacher and Zhao and under investigation. They probably will penalize Zhao, but we could all see that he wasn't doing it on purpose. It's just, it looks like it's on purpose, but it's not. Okay, so Verstappen in first place, Hamilton 2 seconds, actually 3 seconds behind Verstappen. In second, third place, Perez, 1.1 second behind Hamilton. Fourth place, Russell, 1.1 seconds behind Perez. Carlos Sainz, 1.5 seconds behind Russell. But remember, Sainz has to go into the pits to get a 5-second penalty, so he's not going to be there anymore, unfortunately. That sucks big time, I won't lie. I actually wanted to see Carlos Sainz do what he needed to do, but now it's not going to happen. Now he's probably going to end up in 10th place after the pit stop. So now we've got Lando Norris in 7th place. Sorry, 6th place is Alonso, 7th Norris, 8th is Ricciardo, Ocon is in 9th, Stroll is in 10th, Albon is 11th, Gasly in 12th, 13 Vettel, 14 Bottas, Magnussen is in 15th, 16th is Latifi, 17th is Mick Schumacher, 18th is Zhou. Yeah, so they just gave the information, the bad news to Carlos Sainz. So he's definitely going to go into the pits. He's being told by his team he needs to do a 5-second pit stop, 5-second penalty pit stop. And Sainz is now about to try and get past Russell before he basically completes the pit stop. I just don't understand why Perez isn't pushing Hamilton. Like, push Hamilton. Don't give Hamilton... Like, you have a Red Bull, bro. Like, Verstappen is literally 3 seconds in front. Almost, he's gaining on 4 seconds in lead on Hamilton. Verstappen, you see, that's also my problem. My problem is that I don't think Red Bull has given Perez the same car that Verstappen has when it comes to performance. I really believe that. I really believe that Perez does not have all the performance tricks that Verstappen has. That's just me. 5-second penalty for Zhou. Oh man, the poor guy. Poor guy, Zhou for causing a collision with Mick Schumacher gets a penalty. Carlos Sainz, sector 2, 29 seconds. There is no way that Russell can keep Carlos Sainz behind him. Unfortunately, or should I say fortunately for Russell, Carlos Sainz has to go into the pit. So even though, Carlos Sainz might pass him, he still has to go into the pit lane and then do the 5 seconds. Lap 27, look here, this is basically the Verstappen show. Right now is the Verstappen show. Verstappen's going to win this race. I would have still said that even with the pit stop, because I think the reason why Leclerc also drove off the track is not, like, of course it's the fact that there was a pedal issue, right? That Leclerc mentioned. There was an acceleration issue where the pedal got stuck and the accelerator still didn't comply to his inputs properly, and it caused him to lose his rear end, and that caused his car to basically slide off the track. I do believe that, and however I also believe that he was pushing so much harder that lap because he was about to enter the pit lane. I think that is what was going to happen is he was going to pit and he tried to push a little bit harder, and I think all of that compounded and that caused him to basically, unfortunately didn't pay full attention to the fact that his accelerator pedal was stuck, and that made it easy for him to just lose everything that he worked so hard for. Because once again, Leclerc was the guy that was going to win this race once again, right? But this time you can't fully blame Ferrari, because you have to say, well, Leclerc, you did in Austria, you knew about this situation and you managed it to get your first place. So you should have kind of managed it this time as well. But unfortunately, it caught him off guard. It caught him sleeping, basically. It caught him lacking. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So fastest second for Hamilton. Now you have to understand, Hamilton is already 3.5 seconds behind Verstappen. for him to go faster now is more a case of him having battery. Battery means that they've got KRS, which is like a battery system that gives them a boost over a specific period of time. It's like a kinetic, energy recovery system that basically allows the battery to charge itself, and then they can use the battery to give them extra. I think it's less than 10 or so horsepower, but there's definitely a benefit of having it, using it. So even though Hamilton is using that now, I don't know why he's using it now if he should have been using it while trying to stay in DRS, stay within the DRS zone of Verstappen. He didn't do that, so it means that he can't do. Verstappen immediately responded with the fastest lap. So I'm guessing, Verstappen. So Gasly made a mistake. Gasly made a mistake. Fastest lap Verstappen, 1 minute 37.6. So keep in mind, fastest lap gives you a point. If you're top 6, fastest lap gives you a point. It might be top 4 actually. If you finish top 5, it could be top 4, but top 5 you get a point if you also have the fastest lap of the race. George Russell is about to get passed by Carlos Sainz, or at least he is being pushed by Carlos Sainz. It's getting pushed by Carlos Sainz. So let's see what exactly. I don't understand why does Leclerc have a throttle issue, but Carlos Sainz does not have a throttle issue? Because I've never heard Carlos Sainz ever talk about a throttle issue. So now again, fastest lap for Verstappen, 1 minute 37.69. One minute 37.69 for Verstappen. So if Hamilton wants the fastest lap, let's see what his car can do. So they're mentioning that that Carlos Sainz might be cutting some corners on the track, so there might be a sector. Hamilton's first sector is 24.4. So let's see if Hamilton also puts on the fastest lap. Look here, the reason why Hamilton is putting on fastest lap is not because of dude. Carlos Sainz is about to pass Russell. George Russell is not giving up. He's not giving up, but unfortunately the Ferrari is way faster than that Mercedes of Russell, and Carlos Sainz is in 4th place, bro. But remember, he still has a 5-second penalty he needs to worry about. Yeah, so what happened there, Russell went very deep into the corner, was basically compromised on the exit of that second corner that he was about to take because of the entry of the first corner he took, and then it was just Carlos Sainz just taking advantage of it. So Russell made a mistake there for sure. Russell made a mistake, and that's why Carlos Sainz easily took that mistake and made it. And took advantage of that mistake that Russell made. So Perez, let's see, can Carlos Sainz catch up to Perez and pass Perez? Dude, the Perez needs to pass Hamilton. Like, I don't understand why Perez is in a... His car looked so much faster than Hamilton's car, and he showed in the past his car is faster than Hamilton, but now it seems like he's just scared because of the track limit warnings that he received. Hamilton is 4.2 seconds behind Verstappen, just to emphasize that Verstappen is actually building a lead on Hamilton. Hamilton cannot do much. So ultimately what I'm trying to say is that Hamilton's Mercedes cannot keep up with the raw pace of the Red Bull. He cannot. The only reason why he's doing fastest lap is because, like I mentioned, with their energy recovering system, he's using that to give himself a one lap where he can push his car and use that extra bit of horsepower, that battery power, KRS, KERS, they call it KERS, energy recovery system, and basically that is giving him the power to push his car, just like make it seem as if his car is fast. But when it comes to straight up performance, I don't think he has got the performance of any Red Bull or Ferrari. Which is funny because remember, if you don't know this, Mercedes actually had some major upgrades this race. Mercedes had major upgrades for the French Grand Prix, and those major upgrades looked actually useless. If you have to be completely honest, his upgrades, Mercedes upgrades look useless. Russell seemed to be more, let's say, Russell seems like he has a better car now. You know, if you look at the past couple of races, but I think it's only because they thought that they gave Hamilton better upgrades, but it seems like those new upgrades on Hamilton's car is not doing much. And then they gave the upgrades that Hamilton had to Russell's car, and now it seems like Russell's car is basically now more competitive than it used to be. If you have to compare apples to apples, which is Hamilton's car versus Russell's car, two Mercedes cars. But I would not be surprised if Hamilton's car is still, with the new upgrades, are still a little bit faster than Russell's car. Because like I said, Hamilton gets upgrades faster than Russell gets his upgrades. That's just the way it is. Don't ask me why. Team orders, driver position, like Lewis Hamilton is Mercedes #1 driver, so they will give him the upgrades first. That is how it is in Formula 1, and that's just unfortunate. Hamilton now 5.8 seconds behind Verstappen. Like now he's dropping massively behind. Oh, he made a mistake. Finally we're showing Lewis Hamilton making a mistake. Finally we're showing Hamilton making a mistake. I remember so many races where there's some damage on Carlos Sainz's front right tire. Will they pit him? Will they pit him soon, or will they keep him out? They might as well just pit him, dude, because he has a 5-second penalty. Just pit him, man. So yeah, oh man, I just dropped something on the floor. Yeah, so the commentators are discussing, contemplating whether or not they should bring Carlos Sainz in for the pits, or keep him out, and they say it's probably better for him to just go into the pits, even though he might lose the 5-second, he might have to do the 5-second penalty, and he might lose track position. That's just the way it is. But with fresh tires, he could actually do some proper racing at the end. Dude, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that that Perez can't do anything about Hamilton. Actually, Hamilton is dropping so. Oh yeah, he made a mistake. Oh yeah, of course. I completely forgot he made that mistake. And the fact that Perez wasn't there to capitalize makes it even worse. Hamilton made a mistake. If Perez was on Hamilton, he would have gotten that position easily. So all Perez has to do, all that Red Bull has to tell Perez is, dude, Hamilton's making mistakes. Just put the pressure. Make sure that he gets pressure. Hamilton makes mistakes. Apply more pressure. Let him make more mistakes so you can get past him. Okay, position check. Verstappen in first. Hamilton 6 seconds behind Verstappen in second. Perez in third place, 1.4 seconds. Carlos Sainz, fastest lap, in fourth place, 1.9 seconds behind Perez. So it seems that Carlos Sainz will come into the pits very soon. And now you've got Russell in fifth place. 3 seconds. He's already 3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Already 3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Interesting. 6th place, Alonso. Norris in 7th place. Ricard 8th place. Ocon in 9th place. 10th place, Stroll. Albon is in 11th place. Vettel in 12th place. Bottas in 13th place. Magnus in 14th place. 15th, Gasly. We've got 16th, Nicholas Latifi. Gasly is about to pass. Is that Magnussen? I don't understand. They're showing him versus Magnussen, but it seems like on the straights, the Ferrari engine of Magnussen's Haas is just way faster than the Red Bull engine of Gasly, which is interesting because he's a sister engine of the Red Bull, so he should actually also be fast on the straights. But Magnussen seems to have an edge on the straights, but Gasly has an edge at the corners, it seems. Latifi 16th. Latifi is pretty close to Gasly as well. So Latifi can actually, basically capitalize if Gasly and Magnussen slow down so much or battle each other so hard that Latifi can pass them. I personally wouldn't bet money on that because Latifi, in my opinion, is a very subpar driver. He might not even know what to do when he's in that position. That's just my opinion. I might sound very biased, or let's say less motivated by the skill of Latifi, but that's just my personal opinion. Mick Schumacher is in 17th place, behind Latifi, 9 seconds behind. Zhao is in 18th place. Right now we're looking at who's that? That's Ocon. So Ocon is about to challenge Ricciardo. But he went wide. He went wide at the same corner as where Leclerc drove off the track with his rear end giving way. So it seems that Ricciardo is dropping back, and I'm not sure why he's dropping back. There is no way that Ocon is not going to pass that McLaren, dude. I don't see Ocon not trying to pass at McLaren. I don't see it, dude. So Stroll is a little bit stressed because they're telling him he has to be careful with driving. He's just like, yes, leave me alone. He sounds very annoyed with his Daniel. So basically, if you don't know this, McLaren has got upgrades this weekend, and it seems like whereas Mercedes upgrades aren't doing that much when it comes to trying to be more competitive, because you have to understand, Mercedes have always been the third fastest car this whole year. Mercedes have clearly been the third fastest team this year, and they're still just the third fastest team. Even with their upgrades, they are still just the third fastest team. Finally, McLaren is now in 7 and 8, which means clearly their upgrades are working because they were lost. They were basically second, third, fourth last in the start of this year. Third, fourth, fifth last team at the start of this year. So now they're at least in a top five team. So Gasly finally defending for his position. Sorry, Gasly passed Magnussen, it seems, and now he's in 13th place. But Magnussen might actually come back at him. 0.6. No, actually Magnussen is losing. Magnussen is losing track position, or should I say losing time, so he's unable to stay with Gasly. So Gasly just passed Magnussen for 13th place. and Magnussen is unable to do anything about it. I don't know what happened to Magnussen. He used to be very, very aggressive and very good at his driving when it comes to getting the maximum amount of performance out of that Haas, but now I don't see it. I think he's got this. There's something causing Magnussen not to be able to perform at his absolute best, and I think he's got an injury. I think Magnussen has got a serious injury. I'm going to be completely honest. It might be some other health-related issue, but there's something happening that Magnussen can't perform at the level that we saw him in the start of this year, dude. That's my personal opinion on that matter. Everyone must be struggling with the left front. So Verstappen saying that he's struggling with his left front, and he assumes that everybody else must be struggling with his left front. So that might be a question to his team to try and see if that is the case. So 6 seconds. So Hamilton is still 6 seconds behind Verstappen in second place. Carlos Sainz is about to challenge Perez for third place. Now, I agree. If Perez doesn't want to take the fight to Hamilton, then give it to Carlos Sainz. Come on. Come on, Carlos Sainz. Pass Perez and then see if you can take on Hamilton. I think that'll be way more interesting. Nicholas Latifi just went off the track. Remember, Nicholas Latifi is the slower Williams, and he still seems to make mistakes. I personally wouldn't. I'm not a fan of this track, so I can see why people are making mistakes on this track. It's a very tricky track. So he tried to pass. Oh, he got hit. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're gonna give Magnussen a penalty for sure. For sure they'll give him a penalty. Okay, so what I would say now is that I think Magnussen is gonna get a penalty for sure. Magnussen is gonna get a penalty for sure, bro. I'm almost sure about it. Magnussen is gonna get a penalty for that. Unfortunately, I do understand that he should have left him more room, but he went off the track. So at that point, Magnussen should have backed off because Magnussen went off the track on his own. Okay, so we almost got confused. We thought it was it might have been Mick Schumacher, no, but that was definitely Magnussen, and he's actually in the pits now. So yeah, so it seems Magnussen's in the pit lane, and they should probably give him a 5-second penalty immediately. Just a premature 5-second penalty in the pit lane, just in case. So it seems that Ferrari is telling Carlos Sainz they would have to push after the pit, and then they're asking Carlos Sainz, would he be able to do something after the pit? Would he be able to push hard enough to gain the positions back that he lost, basically? And he said, well, it's possible, but it's going to be very difficult. So he's basically just saying that if they want to pit, they should pit immediately, because I'm telling you, they have to give him at least you know, as many laps as possible if they're gonna pit. So now you've got Carlos Sainz. Sorry, we've got, yeah, exactly. I'm confusing myself by getting unconfused. So Carlos Sainz is actually seems to be on the verge of getting past Perez. At this point, what they should do is pit him, man, because he needs more laps at the end of the race. There's something loose on his front wing, huh? Oh no, that's the way the car is designed. So plan D for Carlos Sainz. Plan D. Yeah, so the commentators are making jokes or having a bit of fun, mocking the plan numbers or the plan letters of Ferrari, because now they've got a plan D, but somehow we skip plan C, which is funny. Carlos Sainz still hasn't pitted. Okay. Come on, Carlos Sainz, pass him. So Carlos Sainz is telling the team, let's pit, and the team is telling him, stay out. It is almost like there is a communication issue, a language barrier. Yeah, it's very hard to know what the best option is, but they have to put him immediately. If they want to put him, they have to put him immediately. Dude, there's no way that Carlos Sainz is not gonna pass. He's about to pass the Red Bull, but the Red Bull is also fast. Oh, that was so close, huh? It's actually good racing. Oh, he went wide. But he's about to make another attack. So some good racing here between Perez and Carlos Sainz. Oh, there's no way that... Oh my god. Perez is actually blocking him. He went on the inside. He did it. Dude, Ferrari is so blind. They want him to pit as he's passing. They want him to pit as he's battling with... Dude, Ferrari is blind. They are such a dumb... Like, I'm sorry to say this. I know this is very insulting, but Ferrari is such a dumb team. They're not even fully aware of what's happening right now. Carlos Sainz is literally passing Perez on the track. And all they're saying is pit. The guy's literally side by side. Yeah, so it's true. If the commentator is saying he would have been a little bit more irritated than what Carlos Sainz was. Oh, George Russell. How did... Why would... Why would Russell make such a bad... Russell made such a bad move on Perez, dude. Such a bad move. He basically ran into Perez, and Perez had to go off the track. That is insane, man. Like, I'm telling you, Ferrari is like... They need to do something there, because that team is not... No, Russell, you went into the side of... You were looking for a gap, and there was no gap, bro. There was no... Like, I do understand you're a racing driver, and you wanted to be... You wanted there to be a gap, but there was no gap. Dude. Oh, man, this is... I'm sorry to say, but Ferrari is a bunch of dumbasses, dude. They should have pitted Sainz a long time ago. They should have put him a long time ago, bro. They should have pitted him a long time ago, and they just didn't do that, dude. That's ridiculous. Oh, man. You know, and then you have Russell trying to pass Luke here. I don't have a problem if Russell tried to pass Perez fair and square, but he was looking for a gap and there was no gap. Carlos Sainz is now all the way down in 9th place, dude. He joined 9th place just in front of Lance Stroll. So now he's in 9th place. Let's see what he's going to do. Russell looked for a gap and there was no gap, dude. Russell was looking for a gap and there was no gap. I don't understand what Russell is doing there, dude. He did hit him. No, he did push him. He did push him, bro. Like, I hated when his commentators are saying he didn't push him when he clearly did push him. He clearly pushed him. It wasn't a massive push, or like it wasn't like a it wasn't a massive shunt, but it was definitely, they definitely touched. Definitely touched. So now you've got So yeah, I'm just trying to listen. So Russell is now fighting with his team, saying that they need to speak to the FIA, or at least bring it up that Perez is taking advantage. But it's not, man. It's like Russell was trying to take a gap, and there wasn't really a gap, dude. Plus, he basically pushed him off. Not a massive shunt, but he definitely touched him. So we've got Verstappen in first, Hamilton in second, 9 seconds behind Verstappen. Remember, no one has pitted. It's just Hamilton is losing seconds and seconds and seconds. So 9 seconds behind Verstappen, 26 lap old tires, three laps younger than Verstappen's tires, but Hamilton still can't catch up or even do fastest lap at this point. Perez is in third place. Russell, of course, we already know the situation between Perez and Russell. Russell is in fourth place, still trying to chase down Perez. I can understand why, because Perez is slowing down for some reason. Alonso is in fifth place. Norris is in sixth. Carlos Sainz is back in seventh. 9. Nice. Fastest lap for Carlos Sainz, 1 minute 36.2. That's good. That's good. That's good. So maybe. Oh, but 21 seconds, right? There's almost no way he's gonna even get past Alonso, bro. I don't understand what Ferrari is doing. The strategy that they have is complete bullcrap. So Norris in 6th, Carlos in 7th, fastest lap at the moment. Ricard's in 8th, Ocon in 9th, Stroll is in 10th, Vettel is in 11th, Albon in 17th, 12th. Albon in 12th, we've got Pierre Gasly in 13, Mick Schumacher 14. There was contact, exactly. I said there was contact. I'm just showing. I'm looking at the video feed, and we can see there's contact. We can actually see this contact. These bloody commentators that can't use their bloody eyes. They only use their eyes when Verstappen is making a mistake. It's so biased, dude. Mick Schumacher. So we already said Albon in 12, Pierre Gasly in 13, Mick Schumacher 14, Valtteri Bottas 15, Zhou in 16th, 17th is Nicholas Latifi. 17th, from 17th on, we've got all these cars are out. So Nicholas Latifi might be in 17th position, but he's technically out of the race. So now I don't think that it's possible for Carlos Sainz to even make back the position he lost. So Carlos Sainz is now in 6th place. Carlos Sainz, fastest lap, 1 minute 36.20. Why didn't they pit him before? Why? Like, I'm so confused. Why didn't they pit him before so he has more laps to do this? To try and catch up. I don't understand why they didn't pit him. Like, Carlos Sainz literally taunted them. Okay, we need to pit. And then the guy would say, no, stay out. Like it's like a language barrier, bro. Yeah, so we're listening to Charles Leclerc. He's saying he's on a very high level, but if he keeps making those mistakes, it's pointless for him to be fighting at such a high level. He's saying it while it was a snap, so I think he's backtracking. So it seems there's no longer a pedal issue. But if you look at what happened, it looked like there has to be something that happened there. Because it's not like Leclerc doesn't know how to drive his car. He knows his car. It might have been a wind or something. A gust of wind can literally do that to you. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is. We have George Russell still chasing down Perez. Still listening to what Charles Leclerc is saying. Dude. So yeah, damn, nice pass. He passed Alonso pretty quickly, huh? But he's got 22 seconds he needs to deal with, which is impossible for him to catch Russell. Like, there's just no way, dude. I don't understand why Ferrari didn't put him sooner. I don't, like, why is the strategy so slow? And, like, it's like there's so much wrong with how the strategy team are operating. There's some operating procedure issue at Ferrari where they aren't able to see what's happening. And whilst actually 1.35, so he's the fastest guy on the track, 1 minute 35.8, 1 minute 35.8. So Carlos Sainz 1 minute 35.8. Let's see if he can do something. I doubt he's gonna get to Russell. I doubt it so much, dude. But remember, George Russell and Perez might make a big mistake. Because Russell is right behind Perez. And remember, last time they touched. So what else can happen? Like at this point, I would love to see Perez went wide. But I think that's the way he drives, to be honest. I think that's the way. Okay, now he's wide again. Russell takes the corners way tighter, I have to say. Yeah. The strategy of Ferrari is complete garbage, dude. The strategy team of Ferrari, I don't know what who gave those people that position, but they have no idea what they're doing. They are not the best. They are not the best people to be in that position, to be a strategist for a Formula 1 team, that's for sure. Ferrari strategist team, they need to get fired. I'm just going to be completely honest. They need to be fired, bro. Short on tire life, but why didn't they put him before? If he was short on tire life, why didn't they realize that, okay, fine, we need to put him so he has more laps to actually catch up? Joe Guan Yu, that might be a virtual safety car. Yellow flag, sector 1, sector 2. No, it won't be a safety car because he didn't crash. That's one thing about the safety car. The safety car will come out when there was an actual crash. Who is this? Who's coming to the pits? We have Red Bull standing by, but who are they standing by for? Exactly. I already knew it was a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car, of course. You see, only when the cars crash, that's when they bring out the actual safety car, which is kind of deceptive, because, you know, if a car is at the same corner or area where another car was just a couple of laps before, then maybe they should still have consistency and bring out the actual safety car. But I agree, there's no need for an actual safety car. The same with Leclerc. When Leclerc crashed, stand by, Max. Virtual safety car is ending. It's done. Virtual safety car ending. Good. Yeah, don't put if they put it for Verstappen, that would have been a big mistake, dude, because I think that's who they wanted to put. They wanted to put Verstappen. Dude, the strategists of Ferrari, they have no idea what they're doing. They've never been in the race to get the world championship. They've never had a driver that could get the world championship, and they never had a car that could give them a world championship. And now they don't, like, the strategists are just completely irrelevant when it comes to actually giving them legitimate strategy, when it comes to, you know, dealing with the pressures. Red Bull completely know what they have to do. They are fully trained. Like, the only two teams that can actually manage with the strategy and the pressure is Mercedes and Red Bull. That's the only teams. Ferrari cannot do it. Their strategists are Whoa. Russell just passed Perez, almost like Perez was caught sleeping. Perez caught sleeping, dude. Perez was caught sleeping for sure. Perez was caught sleeping, bro. Perez was caught sleeping. Perez was caught sleeping. Damn, Russell did a very good move. Sergio Perez is there. Look, if Sergio Perez passes Russell, then great. I don't like the way that Russell passed Perez. I don't like that. It is not a fair and square battle. It was like, oh, the safety car is now in. Let me try and trick Perez and thinking. Dude, Perez is not gonna allow him. Perez is actually racing right now, dude. I don't understand what is happening, dude. Come on, don't let Russell get away. Perez, don't let Russell get away. Don't let Russell get away, Perez. So we've got Verstappen still in first, Hamilton in second, 9 seconds behind Verstappen, Russell in third, Perez in fourth. We have Carlos Sainz, 1 minute 35, 15 seconds. He's got no chance. Carlos Sainz has got no chance, but he's got the fastest lap, 1 minute 35.7. In first, 6th place Alonso, 7th place Norris, 8th place Ocon, 9th Ricciardo, 10th Stroll, Vettel 11th, Gasly 12th, Alex Albon 13, Mick Schumacher 14, Bottas in 15th. So everybody that's out of the race is Zhao, the Alfa Romeo driver. Latifi 17 is out, Magnussen is out, 18th. Yuki Tsunoda 19 is out, Leclerc, of course, we already know is out. Come on, Perez. Russell went out of the track at turn 6, and now Perez is basically tattletaling on Russell going off the track, which I think is fine. Do it. dude, I think Perez is gonna pass him. I think Perez is pushing Russell so hard that Russell is making stupid mistakes right now. He's not close enough. He's not close enough, dude. He's not close enough, bro. He is going to catch up because of the DRS, but he's not close enough to pass him. I thought he was going to pass him there on the pit straight because Russell made a mistake and then Perez was right behind him, like basically managing his position on track. Carlos Sainz, fastest lap, couldn't do much. He's 13 seconds behind Perez, so he come on, Perez. Just do something. Do anything. Anything that shows your skill compared to Russell. Anything that... Dude. Come on. Come on, Perez. Pause, Russell. Come on, Perez. Russell went out again. So we're looking at Verstappen. Verstappen is about to win the race. I'm not gonna lie. For Max Verstappen, this is a boring race. Let's be completely honest. For Max Verstappen, it's a boring race. Damn, bro. Can you believe? Can you believe? Perez has the weirdest... Oh, man. So... Verstappen, and we've got two Mercedes on the... Look at Russell. Russell deserves that only because he did what it takes to actually pass the guy in front of him. Hamilton passed nobody. Hamilton was gifted second place, dude. Hamilton passed zero people. Was gifted second place. Well, you know what? That's gonna be me. Thank you so much for watching. Sebastian Vettel is trying to pass his own teammate, which is not a good idea. Like, I don't think that's a good idea, dude. Please don't crash into your teammate, Lance Stroll. Ooh! I think Vettel actually touched Stroll, dude. I think Vettel actually touched Stroll there at the last corner, but you know what, that's good racing. So two Mercedes on the front. Russell deserves it because he literally literally took the pressure that Perez gave him and he dealt with it. And then we've so Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Sainz should have, like, I don't know what this team is doing. They should have put him at least 5 laps before he was even close to challenging Perez. They should have put him already, but they didn't. They just didn't do that, dude. So if you also have, so it's Verstappen first, Lewis Hamilton second. You've got George Russell third, fourth Sergio Perez, fifth Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, seventh Esteban Ocon, eighth, ninth Daniel Ricciardo, 10th Lance Stroll. So now we've got Pierre Gasly in 12, 13 Alex Albon. 14 Valtteri. Sebastian Vettel was in 11th. And then we've got Valtteri Bottas 14, Mick Schumacher 15, Zhao. Okay, so everybody after 15 is retired. So thank you so much for joining this race. The next race, let's see when the next race is. Okay, so next race we have is Hungary. Hungary is the next race. 31st of July, Hungary next race. So that's very soon, very soon. next weekend. So literally next weekend is Hungary next weekend, and then my favorite is Belgium, but that is going to be 28th of August. So there's going to be a long break, and then on the 28th of August we will have Belgium Spa. Spa is a pretty cool track, man. Then we'll really see some, I think we have a lot of drivers, especially the younger drivers, are going to perform very well at Spa in Belgium. But Hungary, the next race, next weekend. See you then. Ciao for now.